Well, guys, this should be a quick one. I did not watch these fights live. I was tired as hell, man. I set my alarm clock to go off. It did go off, and I did wake up, but I was so tired, man. I just laid back down, man. With HBO, they talked about how much the Gamboa fight was sucking. I laid there, and man, I just went on back to sleep, man. Luckily, I had them both record. I have not watched all of the HBO card. I have not watched all of the UFC card. I just fast forward to the main events because those were the two fights I was really interested in. Okay, first off, we hit the parlay that I suggested earlier. If anybody played it, I know I suggested that late, but the props came out late for these fights, and yeah, I just wasn't able to do it until Saturday evening. Okay, so made some money on that tonight. Okay, now I just finished watching the Lemieux Stevens fight. Okay, and I remember Lemieux saying how the Stevens trash talk was just motivating him to hurt him even more. So I just went back and I just listened to the pre-fight video. Okay, I think they put them on the HBO Boxing YouTube page. So if you did not see them and want to see them, I'm pretty sure it's there to see. Okay, this is what David Lemieux said. I want to beat him so bad he'll retire. Curtis Stevens said that Lemieux said that Stevens could not last 5 rounds in his world. David Lemieux said Stevens had added more gas to the fire. Well, all those things proved to be true. Man, as I said earlier in my, Gamblers Alert video, David Lemieux is one of my favorite fighters. One of the reasons that I picked the under was that I was not trying to be emotional, and I was respecting Stevens' power, and I figured this would be kind of a slugger's fight, not a boxing match like Lemieux had with Golovkin, foolishly. Okay, um, these HBO commentators, man. I am not one to rag on these guys a lot. I have enjoyed HBO boxing for many, many years. Jim Lampley, I have enjoyed for ever since my childhood. Okay, um, they talking about David Lemieux's gonna be, he's might punch himself out, and his belly, his body doesn't look that great. He may be a little bit out of shape and all this kind of shit. Okay, um, I guess they have not watched much of David Lemieux's career. Okay, I thought the same thing about David Lemieux when he fought Hassan and Dom when he won the IBF title. Okay, what was that? 2015, I guess. Um, you know, I thought similar things. Okay, I saw David Lemieux put the pressure on, punch the way he punches, which he is. I call him. He is like the closest thing to Mike Tyson in the game today, in my opinion. This guy constantly throws power punches, constantly moves forward. Fast hands, lots of power. Okay, he did this for 12 rounds against Hassan and Dom, who he had knocked down. I forget how many times. Like I think 6 times, maybe 4 to 6 times, he knocked this guy down. He knocked him down a bunch of times in one round. Okay, just constantly putting pressure on this guy for a full 12 rounds. I was like, man, this guy gonna point himself out. He did not. This guy went a full 12 rounds fighting this way. So, you know, they were off the mark, okay? They were off the mark. If they had watched that fight, they should know that this guy can go a full 12 rounds fighting his style. I have seen it. I have seen it with my own two eyes, okay? As far as his body, look, he has a weird shaped body, that's just the way the guy's body's built, you know. It just is. I am not shocked by his appearance. He looked like David Lemieux to me. The guy is not some Adonis, with a 6 and an 8 pack. That's just not him, man. He kind of has a weird look, but he has a lot of power and a lot of punching speed. Okay, so they were off the mark, man. What have they been watching? Have they done any research on this man's career? Okay, that's just the way David Lemieux looks, and he can punch for many rounds. Okay, All right, so it's not really much to say. He was in control of this fight. He won both rounds, and then of course he got the KO in the third round. Okay, it knocked the guy out cold. Okay, why did Curtis Stevens have his mom ringside at this fight? This was not a fight to have your mother sitting ringside, man. You know, I mean, I know the guy was confident he was gonna win the fight, but this was not the fight, man. You fighting a heavy-handed guy like Lemieux, you know, anything could happen in this fight. That's why I went with the under instead of picking a specific winner, or I would have played the fight to go the distance. If I remember correctly, man, I didn't. I was working when they released the props uh, for this fight. Man, the odds makers, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and I believe I am, they foolishly thought that this fight was gonna go the distance. Man, you could have got better than even money on this fight not going the distance. Like I think like at a plus 116 if I remember correctly. If you had hopped on this fight as soon as the odds were released, that shit quickly shifted, man. By the time I saw it, it was like a minus 250 for the fight to not go the distance instead of getting better than even money, you know. And for a while in this fight, I was like, man, these guys are taking each other punch pretty good, you know. But Lemieux caught Stevens. He caught him flush a couple of times, and in that final sequence, man, that dangerous left hook, man, he caught Stevens and laid him out cold, man. Laid him out cold, okay. Uh, Max Kellerman all terrified and shit. I took a picture. I should use it as the thumbnail for this video. You know, the look of terror in his eyes, man, the fear and shit for Curtis Stevens after the fight, doing wrapping the show up. You know, this is what I was saying a couple of weeks ago. When I made that video about Max Kellerman, and I will tweet Max to remind him, this is boxing. This is combat sports. It only takes one punch. It only takes one punch, Max Kellerman. Okay? Saying that people have a 0.00% chance. I'm pretty sure if you had put money on David Lemieux to get a third round stoppage, you could have made good money. Because these things are hard to predict. Okay? And to say that the man has a 0% chance in a fight, it only takes one punch, man. You know, it only takes one punch. And when it comes to McGregor, he has power, okay? The man does have real power, okay? Shit, I'm pretty sure the possibility of him KOing Jose Aldo in 13 seconds or whatever it you know, was highly unlikely if you were to put money on Connor to do that shit, okay? So, you know, this is a reminder, man. It only takes one punch for anybody out there, okay, who thinks that people don't have a shot in boxing, okay? One punch, the fight was over. Guy laid out for minutes, okay? So, please. All right. Now, let's talk about the Gastelum Belfort fight. Really, not a whole lot to say about this fight. The fight did not go a full round. Gastelum got the stoppage. Could have got better than even money if you had put money on Gastelum to finish Belfort in one round. But I did not. I was very cautious tonight after what happened with David A last weekend. The obvious things happened. Lemieux, I would have played him if I had to pick a winner, and um, inside the distance, and Gaslam inside the distance, okay? But with the play that I made, you got, right at even money, and, Gaslam, caught the guy flush twice on the feet, and, put the guy down, man. Vitor's old, and Gaslam, is the guy has real legit power at 185. So, Big John stopped it. And that's it, man. I'm not sure where Vitor goes from here, man. The guy's an older fighter. Body doesn't look great. Still like he has good hand speed, but he's not top 10 anymore, man. The guy needs to hang him up, really. And Gaslam, I guess he can go on up. I don't know how it's gonna go when he fights he bigger middleweights, but hey, 185 is the weight class for him because he missed weight too many times at 170. For me. So that's all I got to say on this one, guys. Let me comment on this because I did see this on the prelims. Okay, this I think this female referee Camilla Albuquerque, I believe was her name. She was the ref in the Yahya Soto fight. Okay, I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I've never seen this chick before. A cute looking woman. Very small. I'm like, man, this woman in this fight. I'm like, some shit. It'd be, I guess, our luck that some crazy shit would happen, and her luck too. And well, something crazy did happen. Okay, there was a headbutt, and I believe round two, man, Joe Soto's head was split. I mean, it was. I mean, as soon as the guy headbutted him, man, you could just instantly see the gash open up and blood start to pour out. Man, that shit was nasty, man. Like somebody just took a knife and sliced the man's head open, man. I mean, shit was nasty, man. Blood all over the place, blood all over both of these guys, man. Um, both guys was tired as hell, man. The ref, when she was trying to stop it, she was not very assertive. I'll tell you, in a fight like this, stage like this, man, it would have been best to have her on the damn prelims doing some shit and call it a night for her, man. But to have her on the FS1 televised prelims, man, she was not very assertive in trying to break these guys up when she wanted to get the cut looked at. You know, let's see. In my notes, I have both dead tired at the end of the fight. Soto was humping Yahya at the end of the fight. Somebody needs to talk to him about that shit. That was very unsportsmanlike, and don't nobody want to see that shit. Okay, at the end of the fight, he was on top of the guy, and they blew the horn or whatever. He pumping the guy and shit, man. What the fuck was that about? You know. But it was an entertaining fight. I don't know if it's gonna get a fight of the night. Like I said, I did not watch all of that card, man. I saw that fight, and I saw Shogun get the knockout, and I saw the main event. But that was it. So I cannot comment on the rest of the card. If there's anything that stands out on the rest of that card, I will make a video and comment about it. But that's it on this one, guys. I believe so. Hope you guys watched it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you made some money tonight. And I'll be checking in with you guys soon, man. Y'all have a good one.